Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your host, Demetrius, with the that's going to say. I'm eager to see what they're going to talk about, man. Are they going to give us any hints at that 33, 39, 65? If they're going to make a trade at 65, the one on one, the gravy spot, the 141, 142. It just went live. Let's take a look. See, let's pull it up real quick. Yep, they live right now. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. That's why I love y'all, man. Chris Shepard, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? Joseph Patterson, what's up, man? Peterson, yo, PP, I found a song that's called Peppermint. Yo, email me so I can take a look at it. Yo, because I want to do some more things with this song. I really do love it, man. I really do love it. But yeah, send me an email at panthersprimepodcast@gmail.com. Shoot it to me, man. Shoot it to me, man. Yuriko Joyner, what's up, man? What's going on, my dude? Earl Locklear, what's up, man? What's going on? Jester, what's up, man? Jester, didn't you win the giveaway a couple days ago, man? I think you won the giveaway, man. Yeah. Let's see here. What the Panthers talking about? Oh, yeah, we live. D-Cash in there already. Panthers Yeah, I'm gonna set up. Yeah, what David Tepper gonna do?
Put you to work.
What he gonna do? Yeah. I'm gonna have my computer, my laptop, my camera, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna be interviewing they interviewers. Yeah. Yo, Pistol Pete, what's up, man? Oh man, you may have to drop out, come back in, baby. I can't hear you.
But again, you're bringing in all these running backs. They just brought in Matt Millen. I think I'm saying his last name.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
The running back out of Alabama yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They brought in Benson.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Brooks. They talked to Esteman. Who they brought in Will Shipley on a local day. So they're going to draft one. Where they particularly draft this particular running back is still to be determined. But that is another position that I hopefully, they ask, because if you bring in a running back, that's 5 running backs in that room now.
Yeah. And still not knowing what they're going to do with Tariq Cohen or Tariq Cohen. Still don't know. Still don't know that. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this question: If he's back to his old self, is that a possibility to have him as a running back and not on special teams?
Well, you remember I told you, and I know you don't want to hear it. That's me between him and Raheem Blackshear, and I hate saying that Raheem Blackshear is a bigger back with size, weight, everything, but it's almost 2 of the same. So does it mean that it'll be Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, the rookie, and do you agree or split between Blackshear and Tariq Cohen? We don't know.
Yeah.
Because again, I know everybody's saying Miles Sanders needs to go. Miles Sanders needs to go. At the end of the day, Miles Sanders being just flat out cut hurts your cap. That's one thing I don't think
it does.
Brandon Tillis or Dan Morgan want to do.
Yeah.
If you look at all these contracts, they are cap friendly.
Right. Every single last one of them.
They're from front to back, they're not really like, oh my God, we're paying this person a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on, again, the type of back. If they draft a back within like the 3rd round, that would be the 65th pick, if I'm not mistaken. And then the 1-on-1 is the 4th round pick. So if they draft a running back with the 3rd or 4th round pick, and if they trade back, it just depends. It really just depends, man. But I do think Blackshear and Tariq Cohen are going to be on the hot seat if they do draft a running back.
Golly, man. Raheem Blackshear's contract, I believe, Let's see
Oh, here we
here.
go.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm about to go on mute. I'm going on mute.
All right. It's still in. Yeah, as soon as they cut that music out, we good. Let's see. All right, guys, we're getting prepared. Here we go.
Doing good. Hanging in there.
Fantastic. Better if offices were outdoors, though.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so I'll start off. Obviously want to start off by thanking our scouts just for all their hard work and dedication throughout this process. It's a lot of hours on the road for them, away from their families, in hotels. So I wanted to just, thank them for that, sacrifice and dedication. I think me and Dave are obviously really excited about the direction that we're headed as an organization, as a team. The communication and the alignment that myself, Coach Canales, the scouts, the coaches, the training staff, sports science, it's just been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. So we're really excited about the future. I feel we addressed a lot of needs in free agency. And I think that will, set us up nicely during the draft to, allow us to draft the best player available and just take really good football players that fit what we want from a schematic standpoint, from a culture standpoint, and all those things we talked about in our pressers. So we're really excited. Drafts, I wish it was here tomorrow, but it's not. We got to wait another week. So really excited for that, and pass it off to Dave.
Yeah. It's been it's really just been fun doing this with Dan, really take it back to the Senior Bowl, just flying out there together, having dinners, just talking about the roster. At that point, we were still trying to put a staff together and all that, but I just think back to where we are right now, just the hours, the time, the connection, the conversations. And I think one of the coolest things that I saw is as we worked through free agency, coming out of the other side of it with this great feeling like, all right, hey, this takes some pressure off of, gosh, we got to meet all these needs through the draft. Now we get to really just hone in and focus on the guys that are really Panther fit. I've heard that a lot in our building, just as we've been talking about guys. And just going across, just working the hallways, really for me is just trying to be the bridge with the coaching staff, bringing information from the coaching staff to Dan, the two of us talking through it, then him collecting all the information of all the scouts that have been, just like you heard, just on the road, just grinding and doing, this is their high peak season right now, So, and I think for me, just taking a step back, he thanked the scouts and for me too, just the appreciation I have for, this is my second offseason being away from my family, where they're still in Tampa and we're going back and forth to connect, and just thinking about the scouts being on the road and having to just connect with all their homes. And they're doing it. They love it. They're in the building and we're doing that connection. And while all that's been happening, we're making a new playbook offensively. We're changing logos. We're changing colors on our PowerPoints, things that we've been working on for years, going back and forth, talking about scheme, really trying to improve scheme defensively. It's been fantastic to just hear the conversations, hear the higher level conversations happening with some of the players we brought in and the continuity from our defensive staff. And then to see the offensive guys, because we have a collection of guys from Tampa, Seattle, a couple guys that I've known for years, coming together, working through some things. So I feel really grateful to be in a building where it just feels like we're all pulling in the same direction. And I wanted to just say that first and foremost. And I think we're ready to take some questions now.
Dan, you've been here and you were in the room last year. How have you approached this process differently, knowing you're the guy with the final say?
Yeah, I think obviously having final say, it's about collecting everybody's opinions, filtering that, and then making the best decision for the Carolina Panthers. I think from a process standpoint, I think coming up the ranks, you're always, thinking to yourself, okay, how would I do this? And obviously I have my own methods. We've had some really cool studies amongst the scouts, us just talking through guys, comparing guys, placing guys on the board. So it's really been a collaborative effort. Scouts have done a great job with all the background, just kind of getting to know all these guys. So, that's really what it's all about. You watch the tape, but then how are we going to best know this player? So who's going to be coming in our building when and if we draft them next week. So through this process, it's been thorough. Happy with it.
With that said, how do you weigh maybe I guess we've talked about the dog mentality versus maybe traits or technique? If a guy doesn't have great speed, but he has that will to, or if he doesn't have great technique, but you see a talent base there, how much do you weigh that when you guys go into getting that Panthers fit, I guess?
Yeah, I think, when me and Dave were talking about like the type of player that we want, those passionate, hungry, the dog mentality, passion for the game, love of the game. That's kind of what we're looking for. Measurable wise, obviously we want guys with height, length, speed, all those type of traits. But at the same time, if they don't have that dog mentality, they don't have that passion for the game, they're not going to be able to reach their full potential. So we really got to filter those guys out and be thorough with everything we do. And I've been happy with how we've done that.
The combine you mentioned, getting playmakers for Bryce. Do you think you've done enough of that, and I'd like to hear it from both of you. Do you think that's something you're going to address again in the draft?
I think it's about just not getting playmakers for Bryce. It's about getting playmakers for our team. For our organization, who's best going to fit our team, who's going to make plays, who's going to take the ball away on the defensive side of the ball, who's going to put the ball in the end zone on the offensive side of the ball. So for us, I think it's about bringing playmakers in here, whether it's, again, taking away the ball on defense or putting the ball in the end zone on offense. That's what we're looking for. And then them having that passion for the game, that hungry mentality, that dog mentality. And that's what we're looking for.
Dan, going off of that, Dave mentioned how he was satisfied with the free agency so far, and it made him feel less pressured for the draft. Do you share that sentiment?
Yeah, I feel the same way, and we talked about that. I think we were really happy how free agency played out. There was a few guys here and there that, maybe we missed out on that we were targeting, but it really came together well for us. We're really happy how it ended, and, we're excited about the future.
You enter this draft thinking, hey, we might trade into the first round, or hey, we better off trading back and picking up more picks. Any philosophy or feeling for where you might be headed?
Yeah, I think sitting at 33, obviously, you have 32 teams ahead of you. So, we really got to see how it plays out. I'm not going to box myself into any hey, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. Ideally, though, if we're sitting there and there's a really good player, we'll take them. Trading up, those are discussions that we still have to have. So, I think everything's on the table right now. I don't want to box us in right now.
You talked about all the new that's coming, new playbook and all that sort of new players. How do you what's job one when you're trying to build cohesion and chemistry with a largely new roster?
Yeah, communication's number one. So definitely, I think the coolest part about my role now, as the head coach, of course, just having a heavy offensive background, but I get to be in the special teams meetings, the defensive meetings. It's I seriously feel like I'm at a coaching convention where I'm in the back just taking notes from all these experts. I get to I was a part of my first pass rush meeting ever, with Todd Wash. He did a fantastic job with the outside linebackers and the interior defensive linemen, talking about stunts and all that stuff. So I guess the reason I'm saying that is I've seen some just really great continuity, familiarity. You fill in those rooms, there's already chemistry with the coaches and the players, the guys that are in there. So it's just that's been great because you can see, wow, this is a really cool thing to build on right here, this connectedness. Offensively, it's about just creating the same language. What do we call this concept? What do we call these types of runs? Running back, your aiming point is, and you hear the whole room say, outside leg of the tackle. So we're starting to kind of drill in some of that. It feels a little bit clunkier on the offensive side, but there is an excitement. We've gotten some good feedback from the guys just in terms of the way that we're just taking it progressively, just in chunks, and giving it to them in a digestible form so we can master one part before we go to the next. So I think long way to answer your question is it starts with the communication, because I believe if we can speak the same language, then we can build something quicker.
If I could follow on the feedback aspect, taking that for the players, how do you weigh being the head coach, the guy, and taking those kind of notes from the players? I'm
trying to create a place that's great to work at, a place where people get excited to come in, excited to sit in these meeting rooms. It's entertaining, it's informative, but it's not too much. And just in general, it feels personal. So just trying to make sure I position myself in those high traffic places in the building and just make that one touch a day if I can. Just say the guy's name. I was about 85, 90% on the first day, even off of just going off the headshots. These guys look different, when you get to see LeBron in person, he's ginormous, it's like I see this just face, on his shot. So it's just taking in all of that, but just saying a name, if it's a handshake, if it's a pound, oh, this guy wants a hug. It's bringing in for a hug, whatever that touch is, just trying to create that kind of environment here, that this is a place where they feel safe. They can come and just do their job.
Go ahead.
You guys have obviously made fortifying that offensive line a priority. Yeah. Right now, I think Austin Corbett is slated to be center, coming off an injury. How do you weigh that heading into the draft?
Oh, I think it's big. I think it's really important, what you just brought up. And my approach, our approach, is really like, how can we challenge this roster every year? So if it's free agency or the draft, it's like, let's attack all of our spots, because we don't want any of our players to just be complacent and just be sitting there like, hey, I got this, no big deal. It's like, hey, no, we're growing. And so that's another position right there where I think this is a great opportunity for Corbs. I think this is I think for him, the way that he's wired, the person, it's a great opportunity for him, and if somebody falls to us that can challenge that position in that spot, then we got to take a serious look at it, and that goes across the board.
This is kind of a short two-part question, but I'll ask them one at a time. First of all, you said something about logos and colors. You don't mean the Panthers logos and colors are changing.
Oh, I'm sorry, clarify. So you got to just picture my last 17 months, right? So I took PowerPoint presentations that were in blue and green, action green, and I turned them into pewter and red, and now we're turning them into process blue and black and switching some logos out, just giving it that really nice touch for our guys. So that's what I meant by that.
And to go back to an earlier question, but as a offensive-minded coach, and that's where you've made your living, I guess, do you think they have enough weapons yet? You have enough weapons, or is this draft a lot about that on the offensive side of the ball?
I feel great about playing football right now with the group we have. I know that there's guys that are going to be able to help us, that can really challenge our play, elevate our play. This makes us all better. You bring in fresh blood, a rookie who's excited to go at whatever position. I just really think it turns on the whole room where everybody sits up a little bit straighter. You start to feel a little more agile, and you start to dial in your notes a little bit more. So it's part of the competitive nature of this thing. And yes, I think we should still target playmakers at every position, skill-wise, on the offensive side.
As a guy who's coached quarterbacks before, where did you come in last year or in recent years with kind of the prevalence and seemingly more importance given to the S2 test and all the talk processing? And where does that fit into your evaluation of quarterbacks?
I think it's all important. Everything matters. Everything counts. I always go back and watch games. the film always brings me back. It just does. And the more you watch it, the clearer the picture becomes. And then we got to be honest as coaches. We are not the ones walking around campuses, talking to people, academic advisors, strength coaches. We're not the ones that go to these games, and go to the swamp, and go into these different places all around the country. That's the scouts. And that's where we have to say, okay, guys, let's evaluate this film, but now let's listen up here, this respect. And I think that's what we've seen too, is we've been, really bringing the two sides with the coaches and the personnel side together, say, hey guys, let's approach this with humility and with respect for what each other does. We got a really good feel for what the system is. They have a really good feel for who these guys are. And so I think that the film, starting with that, but then also taking in the full picture and all the different scores and the information that we get from the personal standpoint behind the players.
Dan, you mentioned communication earlier. What have the conversations been like with you and Dan and kind of bridging that gulf between a schematic fit and a thing a coach wants versus this talent, these measurable things that scouts look at?
Yeah, well, Dan had the great ideas, like right off the bat when we came in with the two staffs. Once our staffs were set, he said, let's bring them in here. I want you guys to talk about our schemes to my staff, to the personnel department and the guys. And so we literally went like big picture offensive philosophy. Ajero comes in and talks about big picture defensive philosophy. Each position coach talked about the traits that they're looking for. And so then we were able to kind of bring that picture to life from a coaching standpoint, and really give. That was before the scouts all went out on the road and started going to all the pro days, so that was a big part of it. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's been the big thing, is just me and Dave talking and just kind of like what we want, position specific. What do we want at each position? Schematically, what are we doing? What are we looking to add on offense? What are we looking at on defense? What type of players, down to the small details of what type of players we want at our nickel, at our corner, at our safety. And I think that's been a big difference this year. It's just us getting together, having a really good understanding of what we're doing on offense, the type of guys we want to bring on offense. And then likewise, on the other side of the ball with EJ, being with him a year and kind of knowing that scheme, it's, a lot easier to know what he wants now and, what's gonna make him, the best at his job. So
Clowney was very vocal about recruiting Stephon Gilmore during his introductory presser. Where are you guys on that? Are y'all talking to him or?
Yeah, we're gonna leave the door open there. We're still gonna stay in communication, and after the draft, we'll circle back and kind of see where it goes from there.
Dan, when talking to your scouts, when you're not currently existing in the first round, do you tell them to go look for guys that you think might go in the second round, or is there any difference in how you go about it?
No, we evaluate everybody. We're going to be thorough in everything we do. You never know if a guy's going to fall into the second round. We have the first pick of the second round, so we're going to be as thorough as possible, be ready for any scenario. We're going to go through every scenario, and hopefully that prepares us to do our best on draft night.
Last year, the thought process with Bryce was you guys weren't going to settle. Now you're at 33, and you do have to kind of play the value of the board and watch how things go. How much do you both have to kind of fall back on the Seattle experience, where you guys were picking late in the first round pretty regularly, even Tampa last year, I guess, and kind of find the patience in the situation, because they are pretty different situations.
Yeah, hopefully we're picking a lot later for years to come and not early draft picks. So I'd like to get used to that. Obviously, I'd love to have a first round pick, but hey, sitting back there, we still think we can get some really good players at 33, at 39. So yeah, we're gonna be patient, kind of see who falls, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that 33rd pick, having almost 24 hours to A, see who's available, and B, see who wants to maybe move up. How kind of valuable is that pick?
It is. Obviously we're going to have all night, all the next day, to field calls if we want to trade that pick or to figure out which player is going to fit us best, whether it's offense or defense. So we're gonna have a lot of time to discuss and make the best decision for the Panthers.
I mentioned Dan's going to be getting a lot of calls that night.
Yeah.
Dan, you talked about being in the lead chair, in the GM chair now for the first time. Was there one piece of advice leading into the draft you may have picked up along the way to help you prepare for the day that you are making that call? I mean, is there something you learned from Scott or elsewhere along the way?
I don't know if it's just like one thing. I mean, I've learned so many things from so many people since I've been doing this. Whether it's John Schneider out in Seattle, Brandon Bean and Joe Shane in Buffalo, and then coming here with Scott. I've learned so much from a lot of people, and I'm going to continue to keep learning and evolving and getting better at my job. So I don't think it's one thing. I think it's just about really evolving with the times and always trying to improve yourself and your process, and we're going to continue to do that.
In addressing playmakers earlier, you mentioned as an example guys who take the ball away on defense. Is that a specific area that you guys both would like to see improvement in?
Yeah, I think so. I think we would all admit, we didn't take the ball away enough last year on the defensive side of the ball. And I think that is an emphasis. Whether you read into that or not on who that is that we're interested in, that's to be seen. But we want to take the ball away and we want to put the ball in the end zone. So that's our emphasis.
Big picture question. Is there perhaps a position group that you would like to address in the draft and maybe develop over acquiring them in free agency? Like, is that like something that y'all consider when you approach the draft?
I think it's just about you approach the draft and you never know who's going to be there. Not all two boards are the same. There's 32 boards in the NFL. You think how it's going to all unravel and who's going to be there, but you just never know who's going to be there. So that's why I think we like philosophically we want to put ourselves in position, which we think we did this year through free agency. And that way, we can take the best available players. So that's why we do that.
Speaking of the draft board, with each of you guys new in your respective positions, did y'all like the work behind putting that together?
It's a lot of fun. Working with Dave's really easy. I think hopefully he would say the same thing about me, where it's, it's easy. We have fun. I think it's easy, to really do something like this and put a board together when you enjoy who you're working with, not just Dave, but all the scouts, all the coaches. It's great coming into work every day. We have a really good environment right now. We feel like our culture's changing, not only in the locker room, but also upstairs too. So we're really excited about the direction that we're moving.
You guys have the long-term scope at things. So, for instance, if a player is at a position that you think could be a major need in 2025 and you want to develop behind somebody who is a veteran who might be on a walk year, like how much would that weigh into the way, you said you want to take the best player for you. How much do you kind of weigh that as opposed to like the immediate, like this is an immediate upgrade?
Yeah, I think you always got to talk about succession planning. And, that's stuff that we definitely talk about, myself along with Brant and Dave. And, we sit there, we talk about the roster, not just now, in a short-term view, but we're going to look at it in the long-term view as well.
We'll do a couple more.
And getting the 39th pick in the Brian Burns trade, how much did that kind of change maybe your philosophy with number 33, whether position or just openness to trading back?
Yeah, I think it all depends on what happens there at 33. But it's definitely nice looking up at that board and seeing 33 and 39 highlighted in process blue. So I think it's going to leave us open to a lot of options in the draft and allow for a lot of flexibility if we choose to. So yeah, it's nice seeing that.
And Dave, obviously the free agency, a lot of that you even said was about putting more people around Bryce to make him successful this year. How much conversation about the draft is about that, or you truly feel across the board you can get the best player?
Yeah, I mean,
for me, like I think it's not about surrounding Bryce with great players. It's about building a great team. then Bryce can just do his part of it. That's my goal. That's my heart for this whole thing, is I want him to be able to feel like he can just come and just do his 111. If he can just do his part, you look at the great teams he was a part of in Alabama, he won a lot of games when they had a good offense, a good defense. He did his part, and he played big in big moments, and I would love to create that here so he can just do that part of it and not make it about him. The pass game will be specific to Bryce. Will become that. It'll become what he's confident with and what he can do. But I think that's kind of, hopefully, if I said that a different way, I apologize. Just kind of want to, try to build a team the right way.
Dave, going into your first pre-draft process as a head coach, what is something about the timeline, the process that has stuck out to you?
I got to watch everybody. That did big time. It's been an absolute grind, and I got to thank Dan because, as I go, it's like, hey, tell me where to go next. I've kind of been able to just like follow his lead on like, hey, you should watch this guy. Why don't you check out these guys? And so when that directs my focus, then I can kind of prioritize the windows that I have to evaluate and then say, yeah, get to that guy, but watch these couple guys together. Tell me what you think. And so he's been really helpful that way, because this, while I tried to, like in the past, I would watch all the offensive guys, but then I might only watch like the top 3 defensive guys in each position, just so I kind of knew the names, so yeah, that was kind of a big part of it for me for the process.
One last question. Dan, as you were talking about the meeting with Brad and EJ and talking about the position coaches and everything and specific needs, spot by spot. Is that, it sounds like, for those of us that have never been in those meetings, it sounds like that's a rather approach. That detailed in what you're looking for at corner and defensive tackle and linebacker, that sort of thing. Is that a unique thing? Because it sounds like a major collaboration.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what you need to do to be successful. Is everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to know what we're looking for. Scouts are going to be during the fall. So they're going to have to know exactly, hey, we're going out and we're looking for X, Y, and Z, at each position. And it just makes their path, a little clearer to what they're looking for. And, that way they're not like, looking for something that they don't even know what they're looking for. So we're going to have clear lines of communication. We're going to know exactly what we want. We'll make a little packet of it. They'll be able to take it on the road with them. Refer to it if they want to, whether it's the measurables, whether it's the weight, whether it's the length. So yeah, I think it's just all about being, thorough in the process and, ultimately building the best roster in the NFL. That's the goal.
Thank you.
All right. That was the that was the pre-draft. Go ahead and let you guys up real quick. That was the pre-draft presser from Dave and Dan Canales. Man, let's go around the table. Doug, I got 2 profiles for you. Doug, you on here right now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Here, I'm gonna close one.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you do it. Okay. You back, Doug?
Yeah, I'm on my MacBook so I can work on my phone.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Shout out to Twan for coming on stage. QT, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I liked everything that I heard, especially when Dan said, "I want us to pick late in all these drafts coming up." Man, that's winning culture. That's what you want, and we've been so hooked on picking early the past couple years. I liked everything he said. I took probably about 3 pages worth of notes, man, that I'm going to break down into a video. But let me hear you guys' first thoughts. Go ahead, C. Dougie. Then Twan, then QT.
I'll be
All right.
quick. The one thing that I think a lot of fans laugh at is the word game manager. And one thing that came to my mind when Dave was talking about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has everything at his dispense. They have a great defense. They have a great offensive line. They have weapons around him. Only got to do is your job, Brock Purdy. And I'm not saying Bryce is Brock Purdy, but I'm saying if he does his job as a game manager, it's nothing wrong with being a game manager. If you're a game manager and you bring in wins and we figure out how to bring pieces around you, fix up that offensive line, like you said, just do your job, then we're worried about the rest. That's one thing that came out for me when he really broke it down. He's been saying that for the longest. We just need Bryce Young to do what Bryce Young needs to do. Outside of that, the outside noise, what the media thinks, what everybody else thinks, if he comes to every Sunday, does exactly what we have him to do, we don't know what can happen. I know people are going to go based off of last year and everything. Like you said, at Alabama, he won the Heisman, but he won the Heisman because of the pieces that were around him. And like you said, the offense and defensive side of the ball. So for me, like I said, one thing that you're going to get, and I said this before the presser happened, Dave and Dan are going to be very transparent. They're not going to show their hand. I do have a feeling about possibly trading back now. I do. 100%. I think, I don't know if it's going to be 39 or 65. I think 33 is going to be definitely a premium pick where it depends on what that board, but do not be surprised if they trade back from 39 or 65. That's all I got.
Yeah. Twan, what's up, man?
What's up, y'all, man? You know,
what's going on, Twan?
Your boy's real sick, man. The respiratory infection got me.
Hey, prayers up, man. Prayers up.
Yeah, man. I hope you get better, man.
Yeah. Had to come out of hibernation, you know. Supposed to be resting. The doctor's supposed to be resting and just, you know, but listen, man, I got a lot of things to talk about what just happened here.
Okay.
You know, it's gonna have to be in segments. I'm not gonna do it all right now.
Okay.
But you know, a lot of people think I'm negative about a lot of things, man, and it's just like sometimes you just got to be able to have a grown-up a conversation. I don't like Panthers press conferences, man. I don't see the point in them. You know, we never learn anything, and sometimes that's not a bad thing. Like C. Dougie said, look, last thing I want is a coach going up there telling everybody what we're gonna do in the draft.
Right.
You know, but we never learn anything. A lot of these guys got to understand, man, these coaches, these GMs, these guys are media trained, bro. You know, obviously the offensive coordinator or backup coordinator the other day, he didn't seem very media trained, you know, with some of the stuff that flew out, you know. But
come on, Brad Isaac.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they had a conversation with him. But these guys are very media trained, man. They know whenever difficult comes. I'm like, I don't understand why we do press conferences, bro. It's just, I guess it's just that we all come together and just talk, you know, like we have some really good press beat writers and things like that. We have some really good guys that ask real and direct questions. They're not going to answer them direct. I'm saying, listen, I understand not answering direct when it comes to the draft, but all the undercover secret stuff or whatever. One of the things I did like, you remember when Dan Morgan came into the with the Lions, how he came out and he was just like, look, man, this is what we're gonna do without telling you who he was gonna pick up, and this is how the coaches got to change around here. And you know, that's what I'm. If I failed and boom, 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 and put it out there. You know, I hate the hopscotching around the questions. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really watch. And if y'all understand what I'm saying, I don't really watch press conferences like that. I didn't watch all of these because it's just like this. I'm a eye watcher, Prime, and I like to see what happens and go from there. The press conference is just, I got something for the fans. You're not gonna learn anything. The one thing I did like, and I know y'all gonna laugh, but it was true, man. I did like when they said, when they related to like, we're gonna build this team to be successful, not just for Bryce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they put that out there. Like we about to build a Panthers team and not what's best for Bryce. I like that they put that out, and I love that they say he has to do his part.
Yeah. Yep.
And one of 11. The one of 11, Twan.
Yeah.
11.
And that's what I love because that took big balls to say that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people would have shied away from that. They would have been like, "Oh man, you know, like we gonna just tell, you know, keep Bryce at bay. We don't want him to hear anything." But I love that I really don't think it was like they was attacking Bryce. It was like anybody on the scene.
Yeah.
You all have to do your parts. I'm not calling Bryce out. but I'm glad somebody said it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the press conferences, I just listened to this one because I knew I wanted to come on with Prime. I ain't been on my man's show in a minute and just, discuss this intelligently. But, the press conferences don't do it for me. I'm ready for the draft and all the content that we going to all have when the draft is over. And them gonna be some juicy shows, man, and we gonna go from there.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I saw your comment yesterday in the Josie Jewell and Ashawn Robinson joint yesterday. Or you was like, we learned nothing from these things. So I get you, man. The only thing that I really did grab from this press conference here was they are not putting Bryce Young in a sense in the forefront above everybody. This is team.
Right.
This is team.
It's gotta be team play, bro.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Mm.
QT, talk to me, man. How you feel about the press conference, man?
Yo. In all retrospect, they ain't gonna say it, but it really is all around Bryce. Almost everybody's job in the fucking building is around Bryce. It'd kind of be dumb if you didn't surround this motherfucker with some actual talent. You know what I mean? Make sure you got a plan B, solidified option at center. In case Corbin get injured again. That we just spent $150 million in the infrastructure of the middle of that line. It'd be dumb to not have an insurance plan behind the fucking quickest position to get to the fucking quarterback. And there's going to be some great talent fucking right there, whether it's Van Pran, if you really want to get it at the third, or the what's it called? I think Zenner is his name. There's a handful of centers, but it has to be a center pick. Can you hear me?
You said Zach Zenner? QT?
I think so. I think that's his name, right? There's there's like a good handful. There's like a solid 4, actually like 5. I think the Penn State one is pretty good too. Do I got a echo? Is that me?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who that is. I don't know who that is. No, but we hear you. Go ahead, my brother.
And so, and to be honest, I feel like because they didn't say shit about the team is one of my favorite things about this press conference. This is all fucking content for you and for fans like me to just have something to wake up and enjoy something about our Carolina Panthers. I'm glad that they didn't spill the beans and mention anything that they are gonna put themselves to and rabbit hole themselves to. And I believe fucking what's his name used to do that shit. Little Laser Eyes used to always used to put us in those predicaments and gullible trade options to get fucking fleeced on a trade. Like we kind of labeled it now like, hey, we don't need your trade, but if you fucking pay enough, we'll do it type shit. You feel me? And I like that. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Because like Laser Eyes was like, hey, I'm trying to get it all. Like it was like a whole. I'm trying to sound like Pat Coltrane. I couldn't do it that good.
I think we gotta keep in mind that Dan Morgan. I think we gotta keep in mind that GM and the head coach, they're new to this too, man. They can get finesse. They ain't built yet. They're new to this.
Yeah.
Don't think they can't get fleeced, bro.
Yeah, but I think with Dan Morgan being a former player and being in this thing for a while, I think that may be a little bit hard to do. Maybe if we was relying on Dave, I think Dan is a little bit more level-headed and yeah, I got a bad echo for somebody.
Yeah, somebody got echo. I don't know what it is.
Hello, yeah, QT, that was you, QT. It's all good.
Oh, it's me. It's me.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You must have got me playing in the background. It's cool, but yeah, if this was Dave Canales, talking about, because if you kind of look at the press conference, you kind of see like the body language. Like Dave didn't really want to say too much that would have got them kind of like locked up or whatever in something. So yeah, real
excitement. You can tell like he's ready. I really think he's ready because again, one thing that he alluded to. I was drafted by this organization. I played for this organization. Then I went to the Super Bowl with this organization. Now I've been brought back into this organization. He alluded to, and I said this point, he alluded to when they went to the Super Bowl. No, he was not here in 2015, but he didn't even allude to the 2015, year when we made it to the Super Bowl. He said he wants it back like it was when we first went to our first Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right, Doug.
He knows how much pressure is on his shoulders.
Yeah.
A man knows. We're all men up here. A man knows when they have pressure on their shoulders. With a job, your teammates are looking at you. Your front office is looking at you. He knows everything is on him. He was Scott Fitter's second-hand man. If he felt differently, regardless of what we did, it still fell on him because he was the second man. Now he's saying, I'm up the bat, I'm up the plate, throw me a pitch, see if I can hit it out the park.
Right.
And that's why I think the anticipation is so much oozing out of him that he wants to show, hey, I'm the man for the job.
What he can do, yeah.
What'd you say,
Yes.
Sean?
No, I agree with you. I think he wants to show what he can do.
Yeah, that's a fact. Real quick before I get Atlanta boy in there, shout out to Eternal 252 for that super chat, man. I hope we get Ricky. Appreciate that, man. And then Kevin Shepard, man. My QB Bryce Young 9 is going to be fine. Appreciate you for that super chat, man. Atlanta boy, talk to me. How you feel, man?
P, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't seen the press conference yet, but
okay.
One thing I will say I have some reservations on, and I don't know if this is just conjecture or not, but they said that we're possibly going to package the 33 and the 39 to jump in the first round. If they do that dumb shit, I'm taking a hiatus from
that Brock Bowers dumb shit. We ain't doing that for Brock. We ain't doing that for Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that's
yeah, my
not,
shit.
Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. Next week, and Prime and Dougie can tell you, next week, the rumors are going to be out of control.
Exactly.
Be careful what you read. Be careful what you read.
Next week, the media is going to
I'm muted. I don't think that's me.
Bullshit out there.
Yeah, somebody got a real bad static. I don't know what it is.
That's QT0, bro.
Nah, QT muted.
Hey, who's the D guy? I think it's the D person.
Yo, yeah. Atlanta boy. Yeah, you may have to go out and come back in, Atlanta boy. You got a bad.
I was just fucking with this shit all different types with you. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, Atlanta, you may have to come back in. But go ahead, Doug.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I just think, regardless of a letter grade, some respect has to be given, and a round of applause has to be given to Dan Morgan. It has to be.
No. Hold up, Doug. I said it a little earlier though, and I'm just asking you this to see if you agree with me. We still gotta see it first, man.
Okay.
I don't want to crown him yet. I don't want to.
No.
I think it looks good, but let's not put a crown on him yet.
No, let me explain why. Okay, so you're right with that. What I'm saying though is the hypocrisy that he received. The hypocrisy he received from the fans saying he was going to be a Scott Fitter 2.0. That's the point that I'm making.
They don't even think the same.
Free agency. If we just look in free agency, draft, we're going to know here in 7 days exactly how this board. What you have wide receivers, that's a deep class. Corners, you have tiers with. Offensive linemen, if you need a center, you can get one from the first all the way to the 5th round. So you do not have to reach. One thing that you do know, Scott Fitterer reached a lot for certain things that we got here in Carolina.
So Prime said he wrote down a lot of notes. And if I know Prime well, one of the things that Prime wrote down, and you tell me in my line, Prime, is when they talked about scouting.
Yeah.
So one of the things I would love to see, one thing I would love to see our team do, and I know other teams do it too, is, and this is how it was, I'm an old head, man. And this is how a lot of people did it back in the day. Some people still do it now. Man, I think when it comes to your first 3 picks in the draft, I think head coaches and GMs, I think y'all should travel. I think y'all need to go put y'all eyeballs on exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think scouts are for later picks for the most part. Or get the scout to tell you, look, I need you to come look at this guy. Don't wait back in the office or whatever and take somebody's name for it, somebody's word for it. Go look at the player, bro. Go look for yourself. Especially in the first 3, go look at it. Don't sit back and then now you're gonna blame the scout. And we haven't had the greatest scouts in the past, bro. So it didn't move me well when it was like, well, the scouts sent out and whatever. It's like y'all need to go take a look. Like one thing I loved about Belichick used to go look at all his players. You know what I'm saying? Reed used to go look at all his players, and those are all winning coaches, bro. Shanahan goes and looks at most of his players that they go and get. Like, don't leave it up to the scouts. You know what I'm saying? I love it when a scout can find a diamond in the rough, but go with them. So that's why there's no regrets.
So let me ask you this question, Twan. I mean, is it good enough to go to those places that they go to, bowl games and pro days and stuff like that, and get film? I mean, is that just as good, or do you? Or
I don't believe in pro days. So
well,
yeah,
I don't either. I don't either.
Yeah, I'm all about the film. I'm a film guy.
Well, you heard what dude said. He said, "Fuck a S2 test." He said, "All I'm trying to do is look at the film." You know what I mean? I thought that was
and the S2
that was a
test for
huge
people
thing
that
for
don't
me.
know. The S2 test is a baseball test.
Yo, QT,
that's the test that they gave the baseball pitches.
I'm gonna remove this one, QT. I don't
What
know
you say? What you say, P?
I'm gonna remove this. I don't know what you got going on, man. You got 3 profiles up here, man.
So on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick that one. All right, go ahead. Yeah. The S2 test for me, man, was dumb last year when they brought it up with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. I don't believe that you can test how good a player is based on a computer test. And like you said, Twan, that's a baseball. It makes no sense.
Baseball pitchers test.
Yeah, it's dumb, man. It made no sense. That's the reason why. That's the reason why we picked Bryce Young. Exactly, it makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. I'm not gonna lie. I like everything that I heard as far as
Hey, whoever that text is right there, he hit it on the head on that comment. Sorry to cut you off.
Which one?
That motherfucker right here, that one you highlighted. That's exactly what the fuck we need. That's exactly what the fuck we need.
Yeah, I'm going center first. I'm going center first. In my opinion, if Jackson Powers is there, I'm taking him.
Why does he keep dropping? Is he hurt?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Drop it.
I mean, if y'all be look, take this advice from me, bro. It's gonna be a lot of movement over this next week.
Oh yeah,
it's
lot.
Strategies. It's strategies. It's pump faking. It's storylines. A guy that you saw that was in the second the whole time. He's gonna be in the top 15 come next week. I'm telling it's gonna be a lot of movement, man. So don't get settled in on anything right now, man. I'm trying to tell you. I know some guys that's in the middle of the second right now in these mocks that are definitely gonna go in the first round.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
I know it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they want them to stay there so teams overlook.
Yeah. Yeah, this draft is going to be.
I wish we could get that lineman Latu, man. I wish we can get that guy. I like.
If we was gonna get a center though, if we was gonna get a center first, which I'm gonna see Dougie, I mean, I see why people want to do that, so I'm not gonna say Prime is wrong or anybody who wants to center is wrong. I understand why y'all want to do that.
But why can't
I just don't want to reach on the center. But if I was gonna get a center first, but if I'm getting a center first, I'm getting old boy from Duke, man.
Barton. Hell no, man. Hey, Howard, bro.
QT.
Yeah, you got a bad echo right now, QT. Yeah. You got to drop out, my brother. Yeah. All right. Andrew, what's up, Andrew?
How we doing, gentlemen?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
What'd you think of that coverage? I loved it.
I loved it, man.
Hey,
I loved it.
I'm doing good. You know, I want to touch on what Twan was saying earlier. I agree with him. There were some things in there I liked, talking about having every player be accountable. They're not just trying to build around quote unquote the golden child. They're trying to put a team together. But as far as the news conferences go, they're required to have these. The last thing these guys want to do is get in front of the press, who 80% of the time is criticizing them. They're required to promote the sport. So that's the only reason they have these things. This is what's required by the NFL. That's why they have to put 3 players up every week, or a combination thereof, 3 players, coaches. It's to try to keep the interest in the game during the off season. So I kind of agree with them. They are boring. They really don't say much, but they're just meeting a requirement. That's all they're doing.
They're all Drew. And shout out to Drew. I ain't talked to Drew in a minute. It's just that, man, if they weren't all media trained, if it was just all coming off the top of the head, it'd be more interesting. But I know these guys are all media trained.
Yeah.
They go through, this is what somebody's gonna ask you, boom, boom, boom. We don't want you going into this area or whatever. So it's a strip. It's like going to a theater show. And it's just like it does nothing for me.
It's
I'm not saying
politics,
it's not supposed to do anything for you guys. But it's just like this year when they start doing the hype videos and all that before the season start, or Blueprint 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I'm so not sold on anything anymore. I gotta see it. The Panthers have hurt. They have hurt my feelings so bad, man. Until I gotta see it, bro.
Yeah, that's because you're not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Huh?
You're not drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. See that's because you know football. Those who know football, they're looking for the fan that gets interested in the team, whether they know anything about football or not. You and I and everyone on this panel are looking for the meat and potatoes, and they're just not going to give you that in these. They're doing it to try to promote the team, promote the game. They're not going to get down and give the bare boned answers. It's just like politics. They're not going to get out there and say, "Oh, we're going to do this," when they know it ain't going to happen. They're doing this just to meet a requirement. And it's good to hear. I mean, you like to hear from the coach and the general manager, but who the hell knows what's going to happen on draft night? This whole thing could be different. People are going to be dropping and they're going to be trading up these different teams. We really don't have an idea what 33 or 39 is going to look like.
Do I got my audio working better now? Is my shit still fucked up?
Yeah, you sound good now. You sound good.
Oh.
Yo, Quan, what up, bro?
We hear you, QT. Go ahead.
Go ahead, QT.
I got to turn.
God dang, QT. What you got going on, man?
There's a train coming by. That's all I said. I'm over here walking my kid. There's a train coming by.
I got you.
But what I was trying to mention on the center position, man. If Powers come there, bro, I'm like a little bit hesitant on Worthy, like to instead, but Powers, we need him. He is like A+ around the board. If it wasn't for his injury history, he would be like a top first round pick.
How many sacks has he gave up? Him or Barton? Y'all know?
Fuck, I don't think he gave up any. Okay. If one, literally, like the guy is like flawless. That's what I'm trying to say.
Van Pran gave up 1 sack, and he was a true freshman, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly. It's kind of deep in center, but there's only like 4 that I would really pull the trigger on. But also, you got to also look at the stacked up team with fucking Georgia.
I'm telling you right now, it's just I ain't even gonna say it because I don't even want to bring that into fruition. Because if we do something like package that 33rd and 39th pick and move up into the first round, I'm not even gonna watch the draft, man. I'm done.
I really don't think we will.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah,
I think we might, but it would only be like a couple picks, into the.
They would officially started off.
I don't know if I'd say exactly be stupid, depending on who the fuck they fall.
QT, if we move up, who would you draft? Since you like the idea.
Here it comes.
Xavier Worthy.
So hold on. So QT, you're telling me you're gonna trade 33 and 39 for
hell no. I'll do like 33 and a 5th, or 4th, maybe a 4th to get like with the Lions or something. I've seen.
Or you don't have to trade up to get Worthy.
Well, if you know what I mean, in most cases, that's what I'm saying. That'd probably be like the only thing I would do to trade up. I wouldn't go anything higher up than that. I wouldn't give any more to trade up than that.
Hey, Prime, can we break this down just a little bit with the X's and O's, man?
Talk to me.
So let me just ask y'all the whole group of questions. What are Xavier Worthy? What is his elite traits? What is he known for?
Speed.
And what else? He's a 9 route all day. He's a non-runner all day, right?
He's also quick.
Okay, I'm saying he's fast as hell. Probably
No,
fastest
but
dude
like,
in the draft.
but also agile.
But
And
also
I honestly, I have him right in the same. Oh, we got echo
I'm
going
just
now.
saying, but what type of routes does he run? It's primarily he runs up the field deep. What does Bryce Young struggle with?
let me ask y'all a question.
It's the crossing routes I'd want to utilize him with.
What would I would rather get Ricky Pearsall than Xavier Worthy at third. I
Hey,
would get
speak on it,
Pearsall
and whoever
like
that
at
is, that's who
45.
No,
y'all.
Pearsall is a reach at that around that time, bro.
Yeah, that's a super reach. That's super
No,
reach,
but
bro.
No, no,
I
I
understand
would
what you're
trade
saying.
back.
My
I would
bad, my
trade
bad.
Oh
back
yeah.
and get him.
Yeah, I can
Now
see. I
y'all
can
go
see
ahead,
that.
y'all jump in, do what y'all do, man. Yeah, we
I
ain't got
can
no
see
cue.
that.
Go do your
But
thing.
Lad is probably one of my go-to guys if he falls. But
Lad can't
I've
stay healthy, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a dog fan. This man had a back injury. Then he had a
yeah.
knee, and he doesn't stay healthy.
Yo.
I'm telling you, man, he don't stay
So
healthy.
what's the
They had him
situation
limping
with
in the college
Trey?
football playoffs,
What
still
about
trying to play. I'm like,
Troy Franklin? He because he's like my Lad
I'm
2.0.
not sold on him, man.
You're not
I'm
sold
not
on him.
sold on that guy.
I'm not a
Hell, who
huge
he played?
college
What
person, so
quarterbacks did he play? That's good.
I'm not a huge college person, so don't take any of my word fucking like you know what I'm saying. I don't really fuck with college. You
Stevie
know what
the
I'm saying?
Bull, what's up,
What's
man?
up? What's up, bro? How y'all doing, man? I just got
Man,
finished
doing
watching
good.
that press conference and I seen y'all.
What you think, man? What you think about it?
Man, I hope we get Adonai Brian Thomas Jr. Man. I think one of them gonna fall. Either
Who the fuck are they?
Adonai Mitchell and Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh, you talking
Oh,
about
Mitchell. Yeah. I have.
AD.
Yeah, I have been hearing about that Mitchell falling. That would be lovely.
Yeah,
That'd
because
be
it's
lovely.
like
I
we
think
know who
Troy
the first three
Franklin,
receivers.
I think would be
Like
good.
it
AD
could be
gonna have to
six
put on
receivers
weight.
taken in the first round, but I mean, either Xavier Thomas, Xavier
Brian
Worthy
Thomas.
or Xavier Worthy, Brian Thomas, Adonai, and Lad.
Troy Franklin.
One of them four we be able to get. I think one of them four we be able to
Let me
get.
ask y'all a
I would
question, man.
take Xavier.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to preach. I'm trying to preach some football right now.
Me too.
So do y'all want best player available when it's time for some pick, or do y'all want the fit? Do y'all want best player available, or do y'all want a guy that's going to fit?
I want best player available,
Because
Twan,
best player
because first
available
of
does
all,
not.
go
No,
ahead.
you got to go get what fits what you're
Thank
trying to do.
Yeah, I think the best if one of those
Nah,
players is available
I
at
don't agree with
33,
that.
those probably one of those. That's gonna be the best player.
What?
I don't agree
Look.
with
So
that.
listen, it's
Can
like
I
you
ask
got a puzzle piece out, man. Listen,
Quan?
you got
Quan,
one
can I
last
ask him
piece
real quick?
to finish the puzzle. If it
But
don't fit, it
it all
don't
depends
fit.
on what's on the board, Twan.
Okay,
It all
so
Yeah.
depends on what's left up
If
on the board.
Latu's there, Twan, I'm not taking
so
on
Drew, I have
Xavier
a line.
Worthy or Lad McConkey. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
trying to have a little dude thrown to
Hold
another
on,
little
hold on,
dude.
fellas. Hold on. This is so Andrew's here, QT, Atlanta boy, and Steve the Bull. What is the biggest need that we have right now? Going into 33. If we do not trade up, what is the biggest need that you guys think that we have?
A
I think
DN or a
we need a
linebacker.
center.
The biggest need
I
is
think
Okay,
we
we
need
got
a
quarterback.
center.
center. We got who else?
I say
Center, bro.
quarterback.
It's center. Oh, I'm gonna
Y'all know
keep
how
it.
many centers are in this draft?
But
You
that's
could
what
get
I'm
a
saying.
center
No,
and start and maybe in the
listen.
fourth
I know,
round.
It's pretty spread out.
I'm not saying. You asked what's the biggest need, not what we should pick first. That was
Yes,
the
so
question, right?
that's what I'm saying. So, are you guys just going on BPA for best player? Or are you going off of need
No,
best
That's
I
what I
player?
wouldn't be
just
going off
said.
need. I wouldn't be going off need. No, because
We
like
need
you
Because
a
just
best
said,
player,
you
linebacker,
can
bro. I'm
you can pull
You
a
sorry.
don't
good center.
understand. If you go after BPA, man, that could be disastrous if you don't fit what y'all trying to do.
Hey
That's
man,
right.
real quick, shout out to Young
You
Mello,
have to
man.
be.
Hold on, fella. Shout out to Young Mello, man, with the super chat, man. He said we don't need to lock in a wide receiver. That's how we miss. Take the best play on the board at the time.
Nah,
If
that's
it's
not how it works.
cornerback, center, cornerback, edge, and tight end. Shout out
But
to
That's
if
Young
not how it
Mello
We
for
could
the
works.
get a
super chat.
if
receiver. We could
Adonai
get a
Mitchell on the
receiver
board,
still.
what player gonna be better than
Yeah,
him in the draft?
yeah, exactly. That's the whole
If
thing. It
Adonai
matters who.
Mitchell on the
It
board, who
matters
gonna
who.
be better than him?
Exactly. It
Let
matters
me,
who's on
let
the
me ask
board.
you all
But
something.
Okay.
Let me
If
ask
Brian Thomas on the board, who better?
Yeah, you
Let me
take that
ask a
man.
question.
I agree.
Let me ask a question, you guys. Here's the question: where do we make our business and our business most? Where do we make the biggest investment in the free
Running the
agency? On
in
the
the O
offensive
line.
line, correct?
On the offensive
So what
line, yeah.
Yes.
what good is
Correct.
it to have 150 million in your offensive line without a center? The center
Correct.
plays
Exactly.
the most
Yeah.
intricate part of that offensive line.
It's what
He's
I'm
the
saying.
first guy off the
It's the
ball.
quickest position to the
I
fucking
don't
quarterback.
But
I
we
don't
still
think
nobody
Jason
said that
Powers gonna make it
we
to
can't
33
nobody said
though.
we not drafting no
Yeah.
center.
If you do
Yeah.
though,
You still can get a
if Powers
center.
make it, if Powers get there, you almost
Yeah,
got
if
to take
Powers
him.
make it, yeah, I'd take him. But I don't think
That's what
Powers
I'm
gonna
saying.
make
That's what I'm saying. But that's what it
He's
comes
not
down
gonna
to is
be there, bro. He's going
he most
first
likely
round.
won't. He most likely won't. That's how good he is. But it
You got
matters
two guys
who's the
that
guy who's
could
gonna
go.
fall.
You got two guys that could go at 33 that are centers. One is Johnson, and the other one is Zach Frazier. Either one of
I don't
them.
know about
Yeah,
Frazier,
Frazier.
dog. I don't know
I
about
would get
Frazier,
Frazier.
Frazier
what?
with 39,
Frazier's
maybe.
Yeah, I'd take him with 39.
Frazier's not. I don't think Frazier's better than Van Pran to me.
Yeah, Van Pran good too. That's what I'm saying.
He's not better
That's
than
what I
Van
mean.
Pran.
He might not be. He might not be. And that's why I'm like down with even reaching it. Not it's not a reach, but waiting till the third, to get him. It's completely understandable.
Who did West Virginia play? That's all. I'm trying to figure out who
Very
did they
very
play. They
factual.
played
But
Texas.
my scare about Van Pran is he's surrounded by like a lot of talent. That's my scare
Yeah.
with Van Pran.
He did all right against
I
Swint
mean,
and Mercer
but he does
when I
good
watched that
alone.
game.
He doesn't individually demand. Yeah, Devontae Sway did good. Oh, you talking about Frazier? Yeah, he did good
Yeah,
against Sway. I
a
did
little
see
bit,
that.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, he got him a
but
little
but
bit.
look, look at who Van Pran had to go against. Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like all these SEC players.
But
I mean,
who in
you said,
Alabama
hold
they
on,
got?
Atlanta boy. You can say more than Atlanta. The SEC, you know more than Atlanta. I mean, Alabama. Say more teams than that because
Well,
even
I'm just saying the SEC in general is what
I
I'm
know
saying. But
I'm messing with you. I'm messing because you
yeah,
just said
yeah,
Alabama.
yeah,
I'm like they got more than just Alabama and the SEC now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
He had a
Yeah, but
lot. Trust
and
me.
then
Missouri
But
alone, dog.
hey, but going back to what I was trying to explain though, I got rudely cut off. I'm trying to say is a center is the highest need, but you can get that later. Wide receiver is one of
Exactly.
our highest needs, but you can get that later. Cornerback is one of our highest needs,
yeah,
but
I
it
think
might not be
cornerback.
any good ones later. That's my thing.
Whoa,
Jeff
whoa,
Font.
And
whoa,
y'all
Jeff
whoa,
really
Font.
whoa,
think
whoa,
that
That's
whoa,
they're
what I
whoa.
gonna
said
be
earlier.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
whoa,
But I
You
think
Motherfuckers
hold
that
on,
are
hold
gonna
on,
start
hold
on
on,
the
hold
edge.
on, hold on,
Motherfucker that's
what
gonna
is
QT,
that?
start on the
Okay,
hold on,
edge.
Q, hold on,
okay,
QT,
okay.
hold
So
on,
if you
QT,
don't have a
QT, hold
pass
on, hold on,
rush,
QT.
what the
You
fuck
say,
is a corner gonna do?
but, huh?
Come on,
If you don't have a
go.
pass rush, what the fuck is a corner gonna do?
It goes vice versa.
Facts.
It goes
Exactly, it
vice
goes hand in
versa. If you
hand.
don't
No, it
have
They
doesn't.
pass
help each
rush
No,
other.
it
They help
doesn't.
and
each
you have
other.
terrible
No, it
corners,
doesn't.
but okay.
You got good corners that gives the motherfucker less time. What's it called? It gives them more time that they could go get to the pass rusher. I said it backwards, but you know what I'm
No,
trying to fucking say.
that's what I'm
so. What
saying.
so
You
what
have
they
to
say?
have
So
a pass
what corner
rush.
might fall out the first round? We know Quentin Mitchell going. We
Yeah,
You got
know
Clemson do.
Wiggins, you got
Who
Wiggins.
they
No,
Yeah, yeah,
Wiggins?
I got
Clemson.
it. You got Wiggins, you got Kool-Aid, and you got TJ Tampa.
Facts. Tampa might be
all
able to
those.
get with 39 too.
What about Arnold,
Who?
So
the number
I
three,
don't know who that is.
Terrion
How
Arnold?
better are they than Kamari Lassiter? Are they that much
mm,
better than him?
I don't need Kamari National. He's not fucking with Kool Aid. I know that for
You
sure.
talking about the boy out of Georgia?
Yeah,
No,
he's
and
not fucking
again,
with Kool Aid.
Kamari is
I
good,
don't
bro.
know.
They not
Isn't
they
he
not
short?
over.
Isn't that boy short?
No, Kamari is not short.
he's
man,
not.
listen.
He's not.
Quingon
This is
Mitchell
what
like white on
e-
rice.
Because that's my
every year
thing
when we
too.
go
Is the
through
shortness shit.
every year when we go through this, man, that's why I try to sit back and listen to what other people are saying sometimes. We like guys, listen, we're not gonna win every draft. We don't
No,
have to even win this draft.
no,
Because
we don't.
see, a lot of
We
people get
can't
it in
afford
their
not to
No,
heads.
win
no,
this
we gotta
draft.
win. We
We
gotta
can't
win this
afford.
draft. I don't know about that.
Let me
We
finish. Let
gotta
me finish
blow
what I'm
this
saying.
motherfucker out the park, and we gonna have a
No, we
winning record.
don't. No, we don't. Look, we
Yeah,
can go heavy
I don't know
offense
if
this draft. See, y'all are under the impression that we're
well,
gonna actually win next year.
See,
You know
that's
what
where
I'm
you got
saying?
fucked up.
You don't have
I
to.
need us to hit
You got.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, we got a draft after this. There's another draft after that. You can slowly build, man. You don't have to go out and try to win both sides of the ball in one draft. I mean, I think this draft is heavy offense. And I know people can do what they want, but I hope that they go heavy offense. Get all these weapons or whatever. Evero is gonna make it happen with what he got or whatever. And if he still wants to stick around or whatever, he
I
gonna go
like
get
these
his people.
corners. I like these defensive tackles
It's
in this
defensive
fuck.
ends in this draft like crazy, Twan.
I know.
There's so
I
many
like these
defensive ends.
I
linebackers,
know, but
like
I'm saying,
Cedric
listen,
Gray
I'm
in the
not
fifth
saying,
round. There's a
I'm not
lot
saying
of.
not,
I
not,
like the
not
safeties.
I'm
There's
not
a
saying don't
lot
let
of
them
good
get.
talent.
I'm not saying don't let them get a pick. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I would go heavy offense in this draft, bro. And because like with what they were saying, you got to build this team for no matter who's going to be playing quarterback. And if you build the offense right, then these really good quarterbacks that's coming off their contracts, man. I mean, it makes us look more attractable through the draft or for another team to come in quarterback in Carolina. I mean, look, I know y'all ain't looking for no quarterback coming out to the draft next year because it ain't gonna be one like that, man. Look,
Hey,
Shedeur
speaking of
Sanders ain't it.
quarterback,
If you
hey,
thinking it's
if
Shedeur
Joe
Sanders,
Milton
he
there,
ain't it.
if Joe Milton there in the fifth round, pull the trigger, bro. Fourth round, fifth round, pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? I know we need to get a big, heavy running back before that, but hey, if he there, pull the trigger, man. Because
But one of the things we got to
we got
do,
two
man, is
quarterbacks on this team, and one of them's about to retire,
but if we got a
and one of them
quarterback,
we skeptical.
but if we got a
It might,
quarterback, we need to stop. We need to stop selecting quarterbacks that we're gonna throw out there right away. We
I
gotta
wasn't
let a
waiting no pick on
quarterback
no
Joe
sit.
Milton, Joe Milton wouldn't be thrown out there. By the way, he'd be sitting on the
Bryce should
bench.
have sat his first year. We all said
Yeah.
that shit, man. We all
I
said
think
that
he need to get
shit.
his feet wet. I think he need to get his he need to get his feet wet. I'll be the first to say that shit. He need to get hit. He need to understand what the fuck's going on in the NFL, and he need to learn from that shit.
Do y'all trust the offensive coordinator? Well, he's like what, 26, 27? How
The
old is
offensive
he?
coordinator ain't doing shit. It's the head coach that's calling the plays.
Yeah, I talked about that yesterday. I didn't
Yeah.
like the fact that that Dave Canales was still going to be calling plays because it's very reminiscent of what we
Yeah,
just went
what
through
we
with
just
Frank
dealt
Wright.
with.
What we just
Yeah,
dealt with.
No, I like that.
yeah.
I like that. I want
For
all of
Dave
his
Canales, I
attention to
think
be on the
yeah.
offense and
If you
let
making the
fucking
calls and you
pull
make
the
the calls,
remember
you
the
don't need an
Titans. And
offensive coordinator.
this shit remind
Exactly,
me
exactly.
remember the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Let fucking let Washington worry about the defense. You know what I'm saying?
What
No, it's like Prime said. It's bringing back Bath. We
Yeah,
just went through this.
we just went through this, man, just last year, man. So, and my scenario is if the Panthers go 0-4 in the first, 4 games, then we're going to have that conversation. It's going to be another media distraction like how it was last year, man.
Yep.
It makes no sense to me. Just if you got an offensive
PPP?
coordinator, you go ahead and you let him do his thing. What's up?
I think. Oh, what's up?
Do me a favor.
I
How
think he
What
much
up?
you
brought.
want? I'll pay you.
I think
How much you want? I need to see what Dave Canales in film study does best because I don't know what he does best. They say he's a
Yeah,
genius offensive coordinator, but I like the guy from Houston. That guy can call some plays. I understand he has C.J.
Bobby
Stroud,
Slovic.
but the way he
You talking about
schemes up
Slowick?
plays, man, it, it,
Uh
Bobby
huh.
it,
Slovic.
hell yeah.
So
yeah,
what
but
you
see the
want to
difference
do?
between Frank White calling plays and Dave Canales calling plays. Frank White
And
had coaches
listen,
that he ain't really fuck with, that he
I
ain't
want
never
to say
had no
something.
experience with.
Oh, my fault.
Dave
Hey,
Canales got coaches that he been fucking with. They got experience with each other.
no Prime.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
Prime,
saying?
put that back up.
Exactly. He bringing that cohesion, and he also leaving the cohesion on defense, bruh. For real.
And shout out to Jeff R. Man, listen, that's another thing, bro. And I said this last week, I think. Another reason why I want to go heavy offense is because this. Jeff R. said draft heavy offense because Evero is leaving anyway. Why let Evero get out and get all these picks if he's leaving anyway?
I mean,
So
so
what?
we
We
say
gonna
we're
have
gonna have
offenses
hybrid
that
players. We're
blow
gonna have
that
three,
put the
four,
score
four
up.
threes. We're gonna have hybrid
I'm
players then.
pretty
They
sure,
run
if
three,
I'm not
four, and four,
mistaken,
He
threes.
said, listen.
the
He
linebacker
said
coach supposed to take over.
if you're gonna bring in a defensive coordinator next year, if Evero leaves, then let him go get his own picks.
Yeah, I think they said
It
that the
makes
linebacker
sense,
coach
bro.
is gonna
I don't want to have a situation where we actually have a good offense, and then it'll be
And then
like
the
the Green Bay
defense ain't
game.
worth shit. Yeah,
Exactly.
I
man.
hate to tell y'all
That
We need
this,
Green
but
Bay game
balance.
I
fucked
hate to
me
tell
up.
y'all this, but we've been in a situation for the last 8-9 years. It ain't new. It ain't new. So we got to take some chances, bro. It ain't new. We ain't got it right in almost a decade.
Yo, shout out to QJ Smith, man, for that super chat, man. He said Dan and Dave are trying to lower Bryce Young's expectations. I mean, that's what it should have been last year, to be honest with you, QJ. Like we put too much on Bryce Young as the number one pick. And I mean that's normally how it is every year. There's an expectation for your number one pick to perform. And that's why one of my notes that I wrote, they talked about the first thing that they did was they talked about scheme. And I'm so glad they talked about scheme, terminology, communication. That's key because that was an issue last year. Remember how they was going back and forth about Bryce Young wearing the wrist sleeve and all this other stuff again, plays and stuff into the huddle. I don't know why it took so long, but that was an issue. I like that they're probably making this thing a whole lot more concise. If you guys remember, there was a podcast that Cam Newton did where he was like, why are we calling this play this long thing? Like just call it this, and we know what it is.
Yeah, he said break it down to be more legible for a player because if you call it a long play, that it takes that longer to get the play into the huddle.
Facts. Absolutely. And that could have been
like,
what was going on.
Complicated it.
Yeah, that could have been what was going on, man, last year. It could have been some dumb stuff like that. So I like that. That's actually one of the things that I truly do love what he's doing because I've been beating this drum. The scheme this past year was horrible in my opinion. Horrible.
And that's where it starts, bro. And that's where it starts.
That scheme is gonna get fixed.
Real football aficionados know it starts with that scheme, bro. If you got a terrible scheme, it don't matter who you got on the team, bro.
Yeah.
If that scheme ain't set up correctly, then it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Dude, in that conference, he definitely said something that was really great. He said that the scouts and everybody are connected with the coaches, scheme and all this shit up and down. So they trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and listen, to Twan's point, I get it. You know, you want your head coach, your GM, you know, whoever else is a part of that coaching staff to get some eyes on them. I get it. Yeah. Trust me, I do. You know, I think that this year it's a little bit, I don't know, man. Like the talent is so good. It's on a large scale, and you don't have to go to someone's pro day to see what we're seeing right now. We're seeing game film. Like we're seeing game film of these players, man. Like, and it's good. Like going back to Joe Alt and Xavier Worthy, all these guys, Mitchell, Tez Walker. Like you really don't need a scout to really go. You got the eyes right here on the film.
Yep.
In their gameplay. So, shout out to the scouting department for getting free money.
The scouting is for them guys some guys you don't know about.
Right.
Like East West, Chattanooga State.
Yeah.
And some dude down there that's just killing it, and we ain't heard of him all year.
Hey, Rasheen Ali, he's one of them, man.
Hey,
yeah, he's one of them.
None of y'all never heard of Jeremy Chin until we picked him up.
Yeah, that's a fact. I ain't never heard of that dude, man. That's a fact. Yo, what you say? What you say, man?
Would y'all take Peyton Wilson at 33?
No.
He a dog, bro. He a dog.
Linebacker isn't the main.
It don't matter, bro. That nigga
isn't the main urgency.
Yeah, I think we can get a decent linebacker in the later rounds.
Exactly.
My whole thing.
Fucking Cedric Gray.
He's not better than Peyton Wilson. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. But we need other things, other holes to fill. We are fucking.
I'm just saying we doing best player available.
Yeah,
close to it. The best motherfucker to drop. Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, man, this cannot be a flashy draft like most people want to make it. It can't be. Why? Because look at this. Next year we have $145 million in cap space. Okay. So
it's no rush.
It's no rush, guys.
It's no rush. Y'all trying to win it all right now.
Yeah, it's no rush. We have Adam Thielen for one more year after this, man. And then they're going to make some decisions on him. He may not be here next year. We'll see. But we got money that we can make things happen with next year. Get what you need. Get a good foundation. Because, listen, don't think that because we got a new coaching staff that this foundation is set. It's not set. It's just settling. If you guys have ever seen a house being built, you got to let the foundation settle first before you start putting stuff on that foundation.
And
Don't
just
move
start
too
putting
fast.
bricks on it right away.
Yeah, don't do that. Shout out to Young Mello, man, for that members for being a member for 1 month, man. Appreciate you, man. He said OC gets a weekly game plan ready for the coaches. That's a fact, man. That's a
Young
fact. He
Mello.
does. He does. I just wish that he would call the plays. Yeah,
Well,
that's my
he's gonna be
thing, man.
he's a wide receiver coach. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of connection with it. He knows what Canales wants out of his play calls. You know, and keep it real. I feel like we need to get a lot more attention towards the wide receivers than anything in that offense. So I'm glad that that's gonna be the thing that's gonna get bolstered up to get the most
So Prime
attention.
know what I'm doing. Like, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter or X, whatever you call it now, that mock draft like I did.
Yeah.
And you know, some people don't like it, but a lot of people liked it, and I seen a lot of people do it. Like, and I know you've seen it too, bro. I want to, bro. Every mock draft I've done, I double dipped at wide receiver 1 and 2, bro.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Two studs. That means that offense is solidified. And then you got to get a center. And then, look, if you wanted to go and get another running back later with Trey Benson been out there, come on, man. Cut it out, bro.
Benson, Allen,
We can kill the offensive side of the ball this year.
Yeah,
Well, I'll tell you this. The one thing that I like what Dan Morgan said is they're keeping the door open for Stephon Gilmore.
I like that he said that. I like that he said that.
Yeah, he's keeping the door open with Stephon Gilmore.
Right there, they looking at taking a cornerback first, bro. And if a certain cornerback not there, then they just gonna get Stephon. But if that cornerback there, they gonna grab that cornerback.
I don't think they going defense first, bro. They're not going defense first.
So why would they have him on standby then?
I just don't. I'm not. I don't know it. I'm just saying I don't think they would, because Evero about to be out of here, bro.
But the defense still gonna be here.
He's too good, man.
Yeah.
Evero's too good. It ain't like he can take the players with him. Look, okay, I put it to you like this. I'm not saying Evero would do this, right? But look what Scott just did to us before he left. You know, I mean, look, you got to do some common sense. Like, is Evero gonna pick the best guys to come to this team, knowing that he's gonna be leaving soon? He can't take those guys with him.
Well, I mean,
Evero's
you
not
know,
picking though.
yeah, and plus, I think Evero's he's a classy type of dude.
That's what I said. I wouldn't put that, but Scott, we didn't look. Scott, he got us, bro. He's somewhere laughing. He got us. He stuck us.
Well, not necessarily, because if you look at it,
he stuck us, bro.
Brant Tillis got us out of a lot of situations, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would have made that Brian Burns move like
I'm saying Tillis did, but I'm saying, look, shout out to Tillis, but
yeah,
all I'm saying, Prime, is what did Scott do before he left though?
He put us up with the draft picks.
Yeah, Tillis was just good enough to rework that and work his way out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, so I like that move too, man. But hey, look, man, I'm gonna try to enjoy this thing as much as I can, y'all. I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be so even natured about this. B+ draft will do it for me.
No, you're not. You're gonna be excited on your podcast.
A B+ draft will make me very happy. You know, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I don't expect nothing anymore, bro. I gotta see it, and when I see it, then I'll get going again. So look, I'm trying to get my feelings hurt, man. I'm trying to get hyped up every year, and then 2-15 broke me, man. That hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, man. I understand that, but here's the thing: we saw how they was maneuvering inside free agency, and even they alluded to, and they said there was some free agents that got away from us. Now, listen, I kind of gave us a maybe B+ in the acquisitions that we got as far as free agents. So if ones that got away from us were even that equivalent or better, that just shows me that this draft is going to be knocked out the park. They're going to do their thing in this draft, man, and I don't see a package deal going for a first round pick. Unless you're going to get Marvin Harrison Jr., which that ain't happening. You know, I don't see why they would want to do that.
I want to ask you a question, but I can't because it's like I'm actually saving it for the sophomore roundtable.
Okay.
But look, bro, I got some powerful questions for that show, bro. So I'm
Okay.
gonna save it. But it's gonna be some questions y'all gonna absolutely love, man. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And it's just, about a lot of draft scenarios when we pick up. I can't really kind of answer this question because it's gonna be afterwards. Then,
Yeah.
what position or player and this is for everybody, that Carolina goes out and picks, mainly position, and y'all like, and right away y'all like, man, bro, come on, bro. What position or player would it do it for y'all where y'all like, man, that was not it?
If they for that 33rd pick,
Yeah, the first one.
the first pick, if they come out and get like something dumb like a defensive end for me, or freaking running back, I'm like, why? Like we don't need that.
Yeah.
That's not our need. If you go down that route, I'm pissed. Like I don't want another DJ Johnson situation happening, especially at no 33rd. Yeah,
I mean, it
yeah.
depends on which defense in though. If it's that Marshawn Nealon, I like him.
Yeah, but not no 33rd though.
But I wouldn't want no Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson would be that pick for me. If they pick Chop Robinson, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Hey,
Yeah.
BBG.
Yep.
Hey, I gotta jump off. I gotta get some stuff ready for the night. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Shout out tonight's situation, man, and let the people know. I'm gonna be on there tonight with you, man.
Okay. All right, yes, sir. Hey, tonight we are live at 8:15 sharp, maybe a little bit. You don't want to miss the intro. We always bring a fire intro over there. What's up, Dub? We're gonna be talking about top 30 visits, and everybody on the panel will have an opportunity to do their own mock draft in front of Panther Nation. So you definitely want to miss out. You'll find me again at What's Up, Doug, WASSUP space DOUG. Also, again, we got special guests up there. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see who the special guest is. PPP will be up there, and we'll have a couple of other content creators as well. Again, we'll love everybody to come up tonight. Definitely have a good time, talk about the draft. And like I said, we're 7 days away, man. So
That sounds amazing.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Sir.
Doug, you be safe, man. Hey, did you ever get that situation handled that we talked about?
No,
Okay.
man. I see Ankh is live. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put it out there, but no news is good news. So
Yeah.
that's open. But if I see it, I'll definitely give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, let me know. All right, man. You be good, man.
I want to say something for C Doug Elite where he goes.
He just left.
He'll
Yeah.
be back.
Yeah, man. Now, T. Thompson, let me ask you a question. Why am I wrong? We listen. We just got Caleb Chasen. We got Jadeveon Clowney.
We don't need an edge rusher right now.
We don't need an edge rusher at 33rd, man. That's a waste of a draft pick, man.
We most definitely gotta go offense with that 33rd.
Yeah, I mean we can go offense, or even if we go a center and maybe cornerback. Or even if you want to mix in center, wide receiver, then go cornerback for the 65th if they're going to use the draft pick for a 65th pick and not trade it. Regardless, to it needs to be center, somewhere in there, cornerback, after or before wide receiver. Like that's just what I
running
feel.
back, bro. Then running back.
Well, running back. Remember, we got two back-to-back, 144 and 140. 141, 142, don't we? So you can make some stuff happen right there with that back-to-back. And there's going to be running backs. And listen, people don't believe me when I say Rasheen Ali. I'm trying to tell y'all that joke. He's a beast, man, and he gonna be there.
It ain't a better back out there than Benson.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
but would
Benson,
you use the 33rd on him?
Nah.
Shit, I mean, bro, I don't understand. But do we really expect for no running backs to get drafted in the first round and think it's a reach to draft one in the second round?
Atlanta did it last year.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
But if you're gonna get a running back, he better be that guy, though. He better be that guy.
He got to be that guy. He got to be that guy. Yeah.
6'1", 6 foot, 220 pounds, running 4.3. Like he then watch his film. He taking shit to the crib. and running niggas over. He that nigga, bro.
Is he better than Bijan Robinson in your opinion coming out last year?
No, hell no. Bijan, come on, that's Bijan, bro. That's Bijan.
Well,
But he's
I'm
still
just
that nigga though.
saying.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know how good his hands is to catch. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
they don't run. They don't got the same. Bijan got that jump cut. He real quick laterally. You know what I'm saying? But he
And
down.
Bijan got hands too.
Yeah, Bijan got hands. But this dude here, he one cut, boom, he gone. He gone. He gonna hit that hole, and he gonna break some tackles too.
Well, that will bode good with the zone concept type of running I think the Panthers are going to try to go to. If you guys watch any of the all 22, like the zone read, the zone runs were our bread and butter. That up the middle type of run stuff we try to do, that halfback dive stuff, we ain't have the guards for that or the center for that, man. But with Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, possibly an additional center coming in. We got Yosh, who I think Yosh is probably going to beat out one of our tackles. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't believe that Yosh is going to be on the bench. All right, so no, I don't. If Yosh comes in, because Game Morgan,
Green Bay? I
don't think he started for Green Bay. I think he played a couple of games, a good bit of games, but from what I've seen, he's a lot better in run protection and pass protection than Icky. If you just want to go strictly off of tape, he's a lot better. So I don't believe that he's going to be, on the bench. And if he's a rotational piece, he's going to be in heavy rotation.
Yeah,
if you don't go get a running back,
yeah.
The reason why I say Trey Benson with the running back position, if we could get him, is because it helps Bryce. It takes the ball out of his hands sometimes. That's a big back that can get, see, man, I'm gonna tell you what I want to compare him to, but then I'm gonna have to hear all kinds of BS, so I don't really like listening to that.
Listen, I've been comparing Josie Jewell to Luke Kuechly, and they've been coming at me. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You can't say that.
I don't care what they say.
I'm trying to tell you, listen, man. Look, if you go back in college, if you go back into college,
yeah,
Trey Benson, his exact style was just like Christian McCaffrey's, bro.
Okay.
And I'm not saying go get him because he reminds me of Christian McCaffrey, because he's bigger, he's faster. You know what I'm saying? And it takes the ball out of Bryce's hand. Bryce ain't got to step back there and throw all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to put a weapon back there, then put a weapon back there. And him and Chuba, and I think everybody's out on the other running back, man. Like, just pay him to go away.
You don't like Raheem Blackshear, man?
Then keep Blackshear for special teams. Yeah, for special teams. But he ain't going to be in that backfield, though.
Hey, Raheem Blackshear going to be in that backfield this year, too. He going to be
Unless
in that
somebody got hurt. Nah, he ain't need it back there.
No, Raheem, he run hard, boy. He run hard.
He run hard, yo. Yeah.
I wish they would give him the ball more.
They should have. Well, I think listen, I could be biased because I'm a Raheem Blackshear and a Smith Marset enthusiast or activist.
Yeah, man, but look, Marset shows you what he can be, though. Hey, look, man, look, your boy is a jag to me, man. Blackshear's a jag. We held on him. Look, we kept him because we got him, and people it's just like, to me, Blackshear is like when we had what was the wide receiver that everybody kind of liked? Shi Smith or whatever?
Oh, yeah. I never was attached to Shi Smith.
He should have been gone, but everybody liked this dude for some reason.
Yeah.
And like, why we ain't re-signed him? And because I'm like, he was just the guy.
Hey, Quan said he's a triple and ISM activist. Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen. Listen. I've seen what this dude can do, man, and I like every bit of it. Going back to his Chiefs and his Vikings days, man, and he wasn't even playing for them like that. Like, he was coming in on like some weird stuff, but he could run the route tree. He just got to have that opportunity, man. I think they're gonna break out with him, man. They're gonna break out with a Mr. Marset this year.
I think, in all honesty, they're gonna get one wide receiver, and they're gonna get a good one. I think they're definitely gonna go there first. My choice is Keon Coleman because, again, the way he plays fits Bryce Young's play.
Okay.
If Bryce gets in trouble, He can throw that ball up and Keon can go get it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It ain't got to always be a tight squeeze for him. I mean, if it's about getting Bryce Young better, then bring in players that fit his style of play and get him better. But at the same time, like the coaches and the general manager said, that it's building the team as well, man.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I talk when I talk about Bryce. I still don't think he's a great quarterback. But I told Prime, and I said I thought he was going to fall out of his chair. I said, but did we ever set Bryce up for success? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't set Bryce up for success, man.
We didn't set him up for success, man.
No, we didn't. We didn't. We gave him the key to the city. We told him to go ahead and do what he wanted to do. And they didn't give him no guidance, no nothing, no help on the back on the
and he should have sat.
backdrops or nothing, man. Yeah, he should have sat. I'm not gonna lie to you. He should have sat down,
he should have soaked up all he could soak up from the Red Rifle, because we were in the Prime. We all know we wasn't gonna win, bro. We wasn't gonna win.
Well, a lot of those games, man. If you really look at it, the issue that we really had when it came down to the Panthers this year, man, was really the offensive line. I mean, yeah, it definitely was. Hey, Steve, I'm gonna mute you just real quick because you got a little bit of noise in the background.
All right.
When you look at the Carolina Panthers this year, man, the offensive line was pretty bad, and
it was horrible.
It was horrible, man. I mean, and that's why even news reporters, and you heard a couple questions about the offensive line and how we, are moving in free agency. That was the issue. Even they understand that. So
the thing is that they was good the year before. So I'm like, that's why I wasn't all in on blaming just the O-line. I thought it was O-line and Bryce Young. I thought they both fell back.
Yeah.
Because that line was solidified the year before. Man, look, Campbell is the best O-line coach, and he was doing it, bro.
Yeah,
that line was solidified. What they was back there doing for Sam Darnold and all them, I mean, they was getting it done.
Yeah.
Then when they got Bryce, I'm telling you, he didn't fit with that line. They didn't fit with him. You got a disaster.
Yeah. And also, I think a lot of people forget as well, man, when you have a culture change. Everybody was playing for Steve Wilkes. I don't think they like Frank Wright like that, man.
Quan, Bowman bigger than T. Higgins, bro. T. Higgins is a baby Coleman.
Hey, man, it's a lot of things still out there open, man. I still think that the Panthers have a shot against Odell Beckham. I think that's still in play.
Who got a shot against Odell Beckham?
Carolina Panthers. 2 years. Hear me out. 2 years, maybe $8 million.
No years, not at all.
Why wouldn't you consider Odell?
No, Odell has not worked out anyway. Hey man, let that dude go drift off into the world of supermodels, and because that's probably what he's gonna do when this is all over with. And just his time is up.
Hey man,
hey listen.
I'm gonna hold.
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to throw them. Come on.
Hey, listen, the production I saw 535 yards last year, man. He hit his bonus of 500 yards in the season. Was a number 3, if not number 4, wide receiver for Baltimore. I mean, when he came in, he did his thing. Averages, I think he averaged like 14.5
with an MVP quarterback.
Carry. Yeah, with MVP quarterback, that's true. But regardless, he's getting opening routes, so he still has it.
For the Ravens.
Hey, look, regardless.
That don't mean it's gonna cross over to us.
But getting open in routes don't have nothing to do with the team that you're playing for. That's your individual skill set. So even at his age, even after injuries, he's still getting 14.3 average yards per catch. So he's still Odell, maybe a little bit lesser, but he's still Odell Beckham. And
no, he's not. He's not. I'm out on Odell, man. No way.
Hey, it's still a possibility. I'm not saying it's gospel, but I'm looking at it. He's still. I know that.
With everything those guys just talked about today, it is not a possibility. That will be going backwards.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily, because if you think about it, everything, and it kind of alludes to what one of the panelists said. They're doing things right now that is cap friendly, right? Everything is cap friendly. So we have money right now to pay all of our first round draft. I mean, all of our picks for this year. That's why I don't think that we're going to go and get more because we want to possibly have some type of push in the NFC South this year, which all we need is 9 wins to make the playoffs. Do I think we're going to get 9 wins? No, but that's all we need to in the South.
Oh,
but,
man, you made my heart skip a beat, bro.
No, man, listen, a lot of people heart
That's
skipped
the
the beat
problem I
yesterday.
know and love right there.
Yeah, I don't think
I
we're
thought
going
you
to
was
get
about to
9
say
wins.
yes.
No. I'm saying it takes 9 wins this season to win in the South and make it to the playoffs, and then whoever else may come in as a wild card, whatever. It probably won't happen for Carolina. But what I'm saying is, if you bring Odell in, up under a team-friendly deal, you can give him 1 year, $4 million. He comes in. He comes in, do his thing like what he did up there. I mean, he's not going to get $10 million like what he did. I think he got 15, if I'm not mistaken, from Baltimore to get 500 yards. Dan Morgan, Brent Tillis ain't paying that, and I don't think
It seems
Miami.
like
I don't think
wherever
Miami
Odell
has the.
plays, it seems like wherever he plays, they try to force him the ball, man.
Well, they didn't do that in Baltimore. I'm telling you, they did not
Because
do
there
that
was
in
a
Baltimore.
lot better receivers on that team.
Well, that's true. That's true. But we have here we go. We have Adam Thielen, who is a bona fide number 1 for Carolina, which I thought he was going to be anyway. Amir Smith-Marset. You have Deontay Johnson. You still have what's his name? TMJ. You're going to get him more acclimated. And then, if you bring in an Odell along with the other ones, tight ends, Tommy Tremble, Sullivan, I doubt Ian Thomas is going to be on anybody's route tree this season. But I mean, Odell fits perfectly. I think he fits perfectly along with whoever the wide receiver draft pick we bring in. So I mean, I'm still gonna hold on to my guns. I know Quan and Twan don't want me to believe, but I'm a hold steady, man. I'm a hold
Let that
steady
go,
with
bro.
it.
It's not go. Let that go. You can't bring that in the house, man. Now leave that outside on the porch.
Leave that outside on the porch.
Yeah.
Nah, I got you, man. Well, hey, man, we've been on this thing for almost 2 hours, man. I'm going to get ready for tonight's show. We're going to be going over the press conferences for all the 3 that did their press conferences yesterday. Yeah. And, yeah, man, then I'm going to get ready for C-Dougie stuff tonight. Twan, do me a favor, man. Shout out your channel, man. Let the people know where they can find you at.
At the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. We took a little hiatus, you know what I'm saying? But the season is about to get ready to come back. We'll be back Monday night live to start discussing potential draft moves. And, it's going to be all draft all week, Also, you know what I'm saying? We will be showing the draft live on every night, you know what I'm saying, from beginning to end on the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. I think that may be a members only situation that's going on out there. Also, coming up on Cinco de Mayo, man. It's finally coming. The boy Prime don't know how to get back to people, man. So,
hey, man, but you okay? You know how my schedule is. My schedule, I don't know how my next week is looking until the Saturday before. So I saw your message, and I was gonna let you know that.
Right now, set for Cinco de Mayo, for the sophomore roundtable, man. It's gonna be a really, really dope roundtable. Myself, my man Panthers Prime, C. Dougie, the Panthers Experience, two men, one growl. I hope I get the name right. 2 men, 1 growl. Who else? Man, it's like 3 other. It's like 3 other set. Oh yeah, 2 fans in the stand will be there. I'm leaving some people out, man. But it's gonna be incredible. We're gonna sit down. I'm just gonna be the guy there asking questions, not really invoking anything, but just to hear what these guys got to say. I chose these guys very intelligently. You know what I'm saying? And all these guys are are still up and coming podcasters, and these guys got something to say. And I just think that you guys should put your attention to these guys with all this talent. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna really get out here and do it. The guy also, the dude out of Canada, he's gonna be there. Panthers Post is gonna be there. So I'm looking forward to that, man. That's gonna be so incredible. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what you guys got to say. We're gonna go around the round table with many questions. I'm gonna have these guys in different scenarios. We're gonna do a mock draft where these guys are gonna be their own war rooms. It's gonna be incredible, bro. It's
That's
gonna
what's
be
up, man.
incredible.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Look out for that, man. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for it, man. Yeah, guys, that's it for today, man. For this first show, man. Great information. I got 2-3 pages of notes that I'm gonna be dissecting into a video. More than likely dropping on tomorrow because there's a lot of stuff I got to try to condense down. But yeah, I love the one thing that I did want to say is he is staying on that BPA tune. Now that BPA tune, a lot of people got to realize, I believe it's going to be BPA for the need of the team, not just best player available, as in just anybody. I don't think that. Okay, and don't get yourself all caught up if your BPA is on the board and we go with the need, which is center, cornerback, wide
all about
receiver.
the fit. Yeah, it's the fit, bro. Because let me tell you, the BPA is just suggested.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just a bunch of people who said these are the guys we think will be BPA.
Right.
It's all suggested. That don't mean those guys are going to be the best players available.
Right.
So you might as well go with your fit.
You might as well. Might as well, man. Yeah, man. Hey, real quick, shout out to everybody that donated today to the Panthers Prime Podcast. Drip for the $10 super sticker. Appreciate you a lot. Appreciate you a lot, man, for that. You had Eternal 252 with the super chat, man. $1.99. Yeah, Kevin Shepard with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you for that. Young Mellow came through with a $5 super chat. You have QJ Smith with a $1.99, and then Young Mellow became a member of Panthers Prime Podcast for another month, man. So real quick, let me go ahead and do this, man. I got a little something, bro. I got a little something. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Became a member of Panthers Prime Podcast. There's a link inside the chat, but you can also go to the homepage here. It's only $3.99 a month, man, and you get all the benefits of members only content, members only chat live chats here on the page. So get ready for it. Also, we haven't stopped working on the trips. Yeah, I'm just waiting to a certain point, but the website is 90% done. Yeah, been doing it myself, so it's almost completed, guys. We'll be going to all the away games, so I kind of took a little break from from doing it, so I can focus on this. Along with trying to get some information on how to do certain things on the website. So I took a little bit of classes on web developing. So guys, get ready for that. It's gonna be fun, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now, man. Hey, we gone. Shout out to everybody who has donated to the channel. If you have not subscribed to Panthers Prime Podcast, do so as well. We'll catch you guys later. This is your boy Demetrius with the PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast. You know what time it is. Let's go.